that I started taking, kind of cases that you get, like, you get a real experience. I came out of the session saying that what should I do? Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to share my experience of the recent internship that I did with National Commissions for Protection of Child Rights, which is NCPCR in short. So in this internship मैंने काफ़ी चीज़ें मतलब सीखी और काफ़ी चीज़ें psychology is all about having good connections, having more learning from people who are already established at a good position in the field itself. तो वो बिकॉज इट वाज नेशनल कमीशन, सो ऑलरेडी जो हाई प्रोफाइल साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते हैं वो एसोसिएटेड होते हैं गवर्नमेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ. एंड इट वाज ऑब्वियसली इन दिल्ली नेशनल, राइट? सो इट वाज इन दिल्ली, तो ज़्यादा एक्सपोजर मिल जाता है एंड यू कैन डायरेक्टली लर्न फ्रॉम देम. दैट वाज समथिंग दैट आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इन द वीडियो itself. So let's begin. What is National Commissions for Protection of Child Rights? So National Commission for Protection of Child Rights basically is a commission, is a body, is think of it like a government body. It think of it क्या है, मतलब है ये गवर्नमेंट बॉडी है जो बनाई गई है स्पेसिफिकली प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ चाइल्ड राइट्स. तो अगर किसी किसी भी बच्चे के साथ किसी भी तरीके का कुछ भी होता है, उसको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, चाइल्ड के राइट्स को प्रोटेक्ट कर. सो इंडिया में हम सोचते हैं कि ओ, अ चाइल्ड डज नॉट हैव एनी राइट्स, बट ऑफ कोर्स द चाइल्ड हैज राइट्स. इट्स जस्ट देयर इज नॉट दैट मच अवेयरनेस अबाउट दोज राइट्स. इसीलिए हमें लगता है कि ओ बच्चों के पास क्या है, बच्चों को डांट दो, वो सब चीज़ें. सो दिस इज अ बॉडी विच इज created by the government to look after all the child rights which are there, to protect them. Now which all departments are there? There are 6 departments in this. मतलब डिपार्टमेंट्स का बेसिकली मतलब है कि कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट कौन से तरह का केसेस लेगा. तो लेट्स से कि किसी बच्चे के साथ स्कूल में कुछ हो गया ना, फिजिकल पनिशमेंट उसे दी गई, तो दैट विल कम अंडर एजुकेशन. सो देयर आर 6 डिपार्टमेंट्स इन दैट वे. लेट्स से किसी बच्चे के साथ रेप हो गया, सो दैट विल कम अंडर पॉक्सो, प्रोटेक्शन सेक्सुअल हरासमेंट वाला जो चीज़ है, that. And as well as psychology department as well, because how it has affected the psyche of the child as well. So in that way there are 6 departments. So one is health, the other one is education, psychology, then there is POXO, and there is two more health, yeah, two more that I'll list in the description itself. I'm forgetting it right now, but that's okay. But the internship that I did was under the psychology department. So what was the nature of my work? So I'm going to also share how I was able to get an opportunity to work with NCPCR as a counselor, because I already did my masters, and after that I started doing my internship with them. So I've also worked with them, and currently also as a counseling psychologist, and what kind of cases I did, and all that I'm going to tell in the video itself. So what was the nature of my work initially? So my internship was for 1 month, okay, and in that I was firstly given a task of, तो साइकोलॉजी डिपार्टमेंट का एक इनिशिएटिव शुरू रहता है व्हेन देयर आर एग्जाम्स. तो एग्जाम्स जब शुरू होते हैं बच्चों के 11th 12th के 10th के, उस टाइम पे उनका एक परीक्षा पर्व करके एक इवेंट होता है विच इज़ ऑर्गेनाइज वेर इन दे कॉल स्पीकर्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट फील्ड्स, एजुकेशन से भी एज वेल एज मीडिया से, साइकोलॉजी से, डॉक्टर्स, ऑल काइंड ऑफ प्रोफेशन से उन प्रोफेशनल्स को इनवाइट करते हैं, एंड दे टॉक अबाउट हाउ चिल्ड्रन कैन डील विद द stress, the anxiety, the depressive state that they are going through during those exams. So वो सब चीज़ें is basically, these are the events that are organized by National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. And उन जो काम मेरा था वो ये था, me along with one of there was another person who was doing an internship with them, so we both had to write a report about what the speakers are exactly suggesting. So the report is basically like a रिपोर्ट वाला वर्क इतना कुछ हो नहीं था, बट येस, इफ यू गेट टू हियर द स्पीकर्स अबाउट हाउ दे फील, बिकॉज दे आर द एक्सपर्ट्स, राइट? सो इफ यू व्हेन यू हियर एक्सपर्ट फ्रॉम द psychiatric department, or high profile psychology clinical psychologist, they speaking about how to deal with anxiety during exams, you obviously learn a lot, because at times you do not get to hear these things. आप सिर्फ पढ़ते हो, but they are exactly taking cases, they know what kind of cases come, so they quote these kind of cases and then you write about it. So you, at the same time, you're reflecting as well. So hearing that, it is basically taking an online a workshop, about a particular topic, and that too from all the fields. So that was something that I did. I would say this was still a okayish work according to what I was looking for, but still I would suggest you people to go for this internship, because I feel कि आपको हेल्प होगा, बिकॉज psychology or any other field, like let's say health or law is also a department, and education is just not about going and teaching, going and preparing therapy sessions for the clients. It's not about that. It's also about formulating laws, how the policies are formed, what is exactly happening, because hum to, as a counseling psychologist, I don't make laws, right? I don't form laws related to mental health and everything, but when you are in those departments you get to know what exactly is happening. So it's basically, as a counseling psychologist, you are here dealing with all the clients and everything, but when you are with the working with the national commissions or any government body, you are basically maybe directly the cases reduce, जितने आप cases लोगे वो reduce हो जाएगा, but the your stake in the government in formulating laws, obviously you will not make laws, but you get to have a say, get to know what is exactly happening, and how there is a difference between what you expect from the government, what is the government doing, and why is the government doing this much only, and why the bridge, the gap is not being bridged. So all these things are a good way of learning. And when you if I would not have gone for the internship, I would not even realize, okay, ऐसा कुछ भी होता है, even though I have done my masters in political science, and then I have the knowledge that okay, there are government bodies that make laws. But when you work there, and you know how the laws are formed, when you know who has the say, what kind of events are organized, so all these kind of work happens. Now cut short, so I did the report writing. After that, there was also a case that I started taking. So there was already a particular client that was associated with the NCPCR, and the counseling sessions were discontinued because of whatever reason. They don't have a regular counseling psychologist. So when I was doing internship, then I started taking the therapy of that particular client. I would not like to name, obviously, because of confidentiality reasons, should not. And that was a good learning experience for me, because the kind of cases that you get, like, you get a real experience, because they are children, right? And children are not obliged to say anything. They will say if they feel like, they will not say if they don't feel like. So that is the way where it challenged me as a counseling psychologist in ways I did not even imagine. Like, I came out of the session saying that what should I do, like what should I exactly do, and that stress that you feel, that am I really in, making sure that the time that the client has used to reach this place is being utilized. So all these things keep going in your head. As along with this, you also have to make sure that you are able to take the session forward in some way. But later on, obviously with time, you feel you have accomplished something, or some kind of rapport is being formed. तो वो सब चीज़ें feeling, I know you'll not be able to understand what I'm trying to say, but I can't say much. uh, the only crust of this is that when you start taking sessions, and sessions that are so fresh, and जब आपके पास खुद क्लाइंट जैसे हमारी एज का कोई क्लाइंट आएगा, चाइल्ड नो, द क्लाइंट already know, okay, this is the issue and that's what I'm feeling, and that's it. But with the child, it's different. The child at times doesn't even have the vocabulary to articulate what the child is feeling, and you can't ask directly, you can't even all those issues. So this is also an exposure that NCPCR provides. Along, this is something that I did, and I'm continuing it after the internship as well. So you get to have that rapport with the teacher that you have and everything, so that अब बाद में भी उसी को continue. It's my wish. If I want to continue, I can. If I don't want to, I don't want to as well. This is something that I did. Plus, what are the added benefits, right? So the added benefits for this is,